Hello everyone, good morning and namaste. This is Dr. Suryanarayan Raju. Take this opportunity to welcome you all to this very important online interactive based faculty development program on scaling remote learning to best conventional mode. So I take this opportunity to thank our management for their great encouragement to all of us to conduct these kind of very important and useful activities during this lockdown period. It's very nice to find that this particular participation in this particular FDP span to the different demographical areas and the participation is hailing from different institutions, universities located in not only in India and of course from the different countries. It's really pleasure for us that it is a kind of motivation for us to organize such kind of activities still in more in near future. It's really wonderful to find these kind of things. So coming for this particular faculty development program, let me narrate a few important points. What are the reasons made us, in particular to me, to host this kind of event? Friends, as you all know, right now we are passing through very hard time. Like we are just going through very needy approach as far as our teaching learning process is concerned. That is online teaching learning methodology. We also call it as remote learning. Why it happened so? Thing is, we all know there are so many aspects related to this kind of online teaching learning. Let me be very honest in one particular aspect. Online teaching learning is not a new concept. Actually, it was started even in 2012 by Udacity and expanded like anything by Coursera. And of course, now if you look at our Indian Swayam platform, Swayam NPTEL platform of Indian, it is now one of the biggest online platforms of teaching learning process in the world. It is spanned in more than 100 countries with thousands of courses, lakhs of students enrolled for this. So it is grooming like anything. But thing is, if you look at this particular teaching learning online methodologies, mostly we should accept that they are confined only to what you call the certification process, or partly we are incorporating into our curriculum, but not as a whole. But now, because of this particular pandemic situations, it has been made us inevitable to have this kind of online teaching learning process as a mandatory one. Now we are all passing through this particular thing. But thing is, here, as far as this particular online teaching learning methodology is concerned, a lot of debate is going on at outside. Like huge strengths are there, and we can find the weaknesses, we can find the threats, and we also have the number of opportunities. But whatever it may be, it is inevitable for us to go on at this particular present moment, and we have to accept. So that is one of the important aspect of this kind of FDP. And another important aspect is that because it is made us inevitable to go on like this at this particular present pandemic situations, and at least for some more time, of course, some years, we may have to go only online mode, or even longer period, we may have to constrain to this particular online teaching. I mean to say that it's not confined only to these certification courses. It has to be accepted as our conventional mode of education. But thing is, we are all well accustomed with this kind of conventional mode of teaching like face to face. And that is the reason that there are some sort of constraints or feeding threats that we are unable to cope up with this kind of online teaching learning process, in particular with the students. But it is mandate for us to go on like that. That is why we have to search for the best ways, best strategies, best tactics to involve or to approach in this kind of teaching learning process via online to give the best goods to the students, because whatever the efforts we are going, the ultimate beneficiaries or whatever the fruit they are going to get are only our students. So for this particular purpose, we should look at, or we should focus more how best we can give the best online teaching fruit to the students, so that they will be successful in their future aspects. This is the intention made us to arrange this kind of FDP. And coming for this particular exclusive FDP, let me tell you one important thing is that almost for the last 3 years, and we are really working in online education technology research. So we established a kind of group like Online Educational Research Group. This group comprising our own faculty members, and of course we also have the partnership with the faculty members from different organizations like deemed universities, autonomous institutions, affiliated colleges, or even in foreign universities. So we are working on developing the best strategies, best practices, what has to be implemented regarding our teaching learning process to give effective practice-based learning to the students, so that we will be having a better satisfaction in this particular process. And the thing is, as a result of this, the students will be getting best future opportunities. So we are having this kind of thing, and our group are very closely in association with IUCE, and of course International Engineering Education Federation, and so many other important teaching learning development authorities, and we are continuously working on development of these strategies. So our co-partner and the co-presenter in this particular FDP, Mr. A.M.N. Kashyap, he is the assistant professor in the Department of Civil Engineering in our institution, and of course he is our institutional innovation cell in charge. He is also an international teacher certification program holder, an international certification holder. He is also actively involving in this particular piece of research work along with 4 other colleagues. And we too are the main in this particular aspect. That is why we are presenting one of the research outcomes we developed very recently as far as this kind of online educational research strategies are concerned. So this is regarding the FDP. So we are giving the real research output, or not only the output, outcome we had during our research in this particular thing. So this is regarding this particular FDP. And coming for this particular program, this program will go in this particular thing or in this way. First, we are going to give you the principles and of course the procedures, methodologies we adapted, and of course, and what are the results we obtained, and what would be our suggestions. That is one particular aspect. And here I already mentioned that the conversion of this online education, that is the scaling of this remote learning to a best conventional mode. For this purpose, we adopted one of the important strategies like gamification approach. So how best we are going to discuss, and we are going to tell you how in fact we succeeded in this particular gamification approach. And after this result outcome, we are going to give this kind of demonstration as far as our gamification approach we approach. And then we're also going to have a kind of what you call practice session. So this is how actually the program will go on. I'm really happy that the teachers are very much interested to know and to improve the better practices, so that we are going to contribute to the society in a best way. So this is what the brief introduction about this kind of FDP. And with this introduction of our program, and let us go into our FDP online interactive session. So let me start sharing my presentation here. So this is the scaling remote learning to a best conventional mode. This is our research outcome of one of the innovative approaches in educational technology. Once again, I welcome you all to this program. And I take this opportunity to call you as the national builders because I strongly do believe in the words of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, the role model and mentor for the entire teaching profession. The teachers have the best minds in the society, and of course, the national builders of any of the country. So this is the preamble of my program. So friends, we all know about this education. Simply, we can say that education is the key for the success of any individual's life, and of course, in turn, the success of any country. Because by means of education, we provide the skill, we provide the attitude, we provide the knowledge, so that they will be culminatively being utilized for the development of and the production of best needs of the society. And of course, we should believe that the teachers have a very strong impact on this kind of education, and they are having a key role in the development of students and in turn the society. Thing is, if you look at this kind of 21st century, our education is on well-being. We can strongly say that because of the research culminated regarding this kind of education, because of the continual efforts being made by the teachers or the promoters or the stakeholders, education has come up with beautiful roads so that and we are having the best services in the society, and whatever the sector you see, there is an enormous growth. But thing is, my dear friends, as you all know, as and when the coronavirus entered, so there is a huge distraction in the world. Like it has a lot of impact in all the sectors, not a single sector. Industries, agriculture, economy, political, everywhere in the world, and they're distracted like anything. But thing is, if you look at this kind of thing, education is not an exception. The coronavirus has become a greater global pandemic like COVID-19 with the name of this COVID-19, and it hit this education to a major distraction level. Like why in fact we can say abruptly we had to close our institutions, and all the academic work was abruptly stopped. Like there was no classwork, no coursework, no examinations. Even if you look at this kind of students, they are under huge puzzle what to do, whether we are going to have your examinations and what about our future aspects. Like that, there is a huge ambiguity among the student fraternity. Like that, the education is under huge distraction. So what we have to do, thing is, because of this particular pandemic situation and the distraction being faced by the education, we need to come up with a better mitigative approaches. So who are responsible for this? Like not only the government, not only the promoters, not only the institutions, being the teachers, we need to have a kind of better implementation of mitigative approaches. We need to look at and we need to identify the good approaches. What are the better approaches? What are the best approaches? So that is the reason, my dear friends, we need to look over the best mitigative approaches as far as the present educational distraction is concerned. This is the preamble of this kind of or of this particular faculty development program. So friends, this is our quick reflection. As we all know, teachers are so wise and we have a lot of food for our thought. So we ideated like anything. So that is why we are coming up with the best solutions. How to, in fact, get back our classroom environment again, or how to come back to our classroom, what you call this.
That quarter, everything is there. I didn't open the
Classroom environment to come back again. So this is what actually we are expecting as far as our face-to-face learning is concerned. That is what we call conventional mode. So we'll be so happy to find our students in the classes, to deliver the lectures, to interact with the students, but it is what in fact we missed. But since we are wise, as I already thought, this particular classroom with our great reflection, we converted all our classrooms to glass rooms. I am using the word classroom actually because why in fact I'm using this word classroom. This is nothing but online classroom works or online teaching learning process, because whatever we do, we use the computers, laptops, what you call the tabs or the mobile phones, smartphones, whatever it may be, and whatever we are giving, the students are also receiving the same. That means the glass via this particular whatever we do via this glass, it is having the reflection on the students. That is why I am confidently and with a great proud using the word classroom. All our classrooms are turned to classrooms. Now we are passing through these classroom activities, but the glass has a lot of typical characteristics like refraction, reflection, diffraction, transmission. That is why we should have a lot of care as and when we are using this kind of, or we are adapting these classroom activities.
In evening, can you help me? Can you help us in that? Fix it.
No, for your case, I think
Already it is there.
Please mute, please.
5.
5 तो है.
5.
लेकिन ये इसमें एक पाइप और लगेगा आपको.
अच्छा अच्छा.
हाँ, ये पाइप में एक जो लेके आया था.
Yes.
50 मीटर 50 फीट.
50 फीट.
ये 32 फीट है. एक थोड़ा नीचे के लिए लगेगा. आपके ऊपर पड़ा है. मेरे पास जो लगा था वो मैं यूज करता हूँ. मैंने
Friends, now we are passing through this online teaching. But once we are adapting this kind of online teaching learning process, we need to look at what are the actual constraints involved here. To be specific, there are so many other aspects involved, but these are the 6 important constraints as far as this online teaching learning process is concerned. The first one is content preparation. Let me tell you very honestly, the content preparation for online teaching learning process, it is absolutely different from conventional mode of teaching. So this is, everyone has to take this particular point into our consideration. The content preparation is one of the very important constraint. Then the content delivery. Once we prepare the content, next we need to deliver the content to our learners. That is another important thing. Next one, well reaching to the students. So we prepare the content, we deliver the content, and then we should see whether this particular content is reaching the student or not, this well reaching to the students. And then effective student engagement, how best the students are being engaged via our classroom activities. Then assessment and evaluation of the students via online, and then the customized student feedback. That means the student feedback, individual student feedback. All these 6 are very important constraints we should follow. Then only our purpose of teaching learning via online will become fruitful. So if you look at all these 6, the first 3, like 1, 2, 3, all these 3 are, being the teachers, we are 100% responsible for all these first 3 parts. And coming for this 4th point and 5th point and 6th point, we both, the teacher and the students, are having equal responsibility on these 4th, 5th, 6th. So that is why all these 6 are very important constraints, and they should move in a circle. Then only this online teaching learning will be fruitful. But if you consider all these 6 points, this 4th point, that means the first point which is in common for student as well as teacher's responsibility, that is effective student engagement. This is very, very important, and it decides the fate of the fruit of our online teaching learning process. That means how best we are able to make the students to get engaged with our classes, engaged with our process. That is only reflecting on the assessment and evaluation, and of course has a huge reflection on customized student feedback. And based on this particular thing, we may have to take some changes in the content preparation, changes in the content delivery. Of course, this is common. So everybody has to have more concentration. How best we are making the students to effectively engage as far as our classroom activities are concerned. So friends,
Shanti.
as I already told you, this is one of the very important crucial aspects. So as a part of our research, as I already told you, we are developing some sort of strategies and tactics for this kind of best online teaching learning approaches. And we have chosen this kind of effective student engagement is one of the important constraints where we need to have more focus on this. So friends, this is our research objective, best scaling approach. Best scaling approach, that means best scaling of our online teaching learning to a conventional mode. I mean to say like this, because our aim is to see that the students should not feel that we are not having face-to-face interaction. They should have the same sort of feeling, same sort of experience, same set of fruit as in the case of conventional boarding. That is the purpose. So we are planning to do the best scaling of remote learning to as a conventional mode. For this particular purpose, we have chosen this effective student engagement. Being the teachers, we should always have this pleasant feeling that where students are doing well. This is our research objective. Yes.
अभी वो
Now let me tell you what is our approach here. This is our actual approach in developing the student effective engagement as a better tactics. This is delivery in two different approaches. That means this particular online teaching learning methodology, we plan to deliver in two different ways. One is online approach in normal mode. That means as everyone does, this is one of the things that online teaching learning in normal mode. The second one is online in gamification mode. That's what I already told you at the beginning. Of course, we are going in detail very soon. This is online in gamification mode. These are the two approaches. Both are online teaching learning methodologies. This is whatever generally we follow in online teaching learning methodology. And this is the adoption of gamification in online learning, teaching learning methodology. These are the two deliveries methods we adapted in our research approach. And interestingly, as we suspected, the expectations come to our level that this gamification approach, that means this second path, like online teaching learning process with the inclusion of gamification method, has got more engagement in the students when compared to this online normal mode. This is the actual objective of our methodology to enhance the student engagement. For this, we used this gamification as a tool and we got success in this particular thing. This is our research. Yes, let me tell you now why in fact we had a kind of approach with gamification mode. Why we introduced this gamification mode and why in fact what is the actual meaning of gamification mode. Let me tell you here. Because we are having this online teaching learning with the inclusion of gamification mode. The purpose of gamification mode is this gamification is the best student-centric methodology. Because as everyone knows, the teaching learning is nothing but the culmination of what are the activities being generated with the best outcome. That is the process. But it doesn't mean that what are the content a teacher gives. The teaching learning process should always be the student-centric. So this, via this particular gamification mode, we made it as the best student-centric. The second one is it develops or it stimulates the interest among the students with respect to this kind of process of online teaching learning when compared to the previous one. Next one, it gives us ambient interactive lecturing sessions. Whatever we give the lectures, there you have beautiful ambience. That is one of the important thing. And even I continually tell, we should identify, first of all, the tinge of the student, in what way we can satisfy the student, whether they are visually accepting, auditory accepting, textual accepting, and kinesthetic accepting. These are the four important aspects we should assess the students, how best we can give the students our materials or lectures. So if you use this gamification, it can stimulate the interest. Next one, ambient interactive lecturing sessions. So if you adopt this gamification method, you can create a kind of a special ambience to our process, and this is going to become an absolute interactive lecturing session rather than simply a lecturing session. Where we are going to fail is in case we adapt only for lecturing session and if you neglect this interaction. So it gives ambient interactive lecturing sessions. Next one, this gamification mode gives us the active participation from both the ends, like from teacher as well as the learners, and they will have actively participated in this particular method. And it is very easy to monitor by the teachers as far as students' performance is concerned and the students' what you call engagement is concerned. And it is very important to see this gamification method is apt for any kind of subject. For any subject, you can use this. For any domain, you can use this, whether it is science, technology, medicine, everything you can have. Then you can have this kind of subjects, domain, for everything, you can have this. And for arts, commerce, for all subjects, for all domains, you can apply it. Next one, quick mode of formative and assessments. Formative assessment is very important, as you all know, and you can have here very short span, very frequently and very spontaneously. You can conduct this kind of short mode formative assessments, and this is accessible via gamification without having any kind of pressure to the students. Next, we will get immediate feedback. Immediate feedback on each and every student will get this. And that is the reason this is one of the better innovative adaptive methodologies. And my dear friends, this is highly essential to get all these things like student-centric approach and the stimulation of interest, ambience as far as our process, and active participation from teacher and learner. All these things, whatever I mentioned here, these are all very important as far as higher level educational institutions are concerned, maybe of universities, institutions, whatever it may be. So these are the reasons for which, in fact, I adapted gamification mode. And let me tell you, in fact, these are the best things. These are all the web applications like Edpuzzle you can use, Kahoot you can use, Hotpotas you can use, Mentimeter you can use. These are all the different kind of web applications which can beautifully be used as far as inclusion of gamification is concerned in our teaching learning process. And in our case, we used this particular Kahoot because it has some sort of music editions and all, and it gives some, of course, each and everything is having its own specialities, and we selected because the students are at, because we know the what you call this kind of features of the students and the what they are expecting from the students, we gone for this kind of Kahoot. And if you look at all these kind of applications, what we generally do, actually, as I already told, we can have frequent, short-term, and assessments, formative assessments. So these kind of assessments, immediately they will be giving a result. And each and every assessment and each and every question involved in this kind of assessment will be provided some sort of marks, and it calculates this kind of accuracy, that means correctness of that particular answer delivering from the students, and of course in time bound also, in what time a particular candidate is able to finish that particular question and finish this particular examination. Like that, on this particular base, the students will be awarded marks. So it is very important, like time bound and of course the accuracy. These two are very important even if you look at this kind of students competitive examinations. So this is very important. That is the reason it may, I mean to say that it's a kind of healthy competition among the students, that who can come with a accurate answer in short time. That is the competition, and it's a kind of a game, an educational game. That is the reason we are using the word gamification method, and we have chosen this kind of Kahoot web application in our research methodology as far as this particular case is concerned. Yeah. So now let us look at this kind of what is the methodology we adapted. Actually, as I already told you, in this particular project, and we, the 6 members, worked on this. And actually, 3 members from our own institutions, 3 members from other institutions. We had an ideation on what and how best we can include this kind of methodology of this gamification to improve the student engagement. So we had an ideation, and we undergone many brainstorming process, and then we came with an idea to go for conducting a special classes for the students, and whatever the or whomever the students, they may be of our institution, maybe of different institutions of any of the country or any of the state. For that we decided, and we gone for an online survey. And we tried to motivate the students with our aim to check the student engagement in different concepts. We clearly explained the motivation and all. We gone for this online survey, and we got many reports for this kind of online survey. And among these, and based on this kind of things, we selected 2 batches of students based on the expertise available in this particular team of our work. So one is the civil engineering, and the second one is the electronics and communication engineering. So like that, we selected students of civil engineering from different branches, and of course different colleges, and of course the students of electronics and communication engineering from different institutions. Like that, we selected civil engineering 1 section, we selected ECE 1 section, and for civil engineering and for ECE we selected one for each one of the important subjects. For civil engineering we opted concrete technology, and for electronics and communication engineering we opted network analysis, because of the expertise available in this particular team. So, and for each section, we given 2 faculty members of civil here, one from our college, one from the other college, and 2 faculty from our ECE, one from our college and one from our other college. And this is the subject network analysis, and this is what, in fact, the process, the ideation and online survey, getting the reports from the students, and the learner selection, the selection of the learners. This is very important. That means this learner selection based on our subject expertise, we have taken considered into 2 aspects, like for civil and ECE, and based on their interest we selected subject like CT, and we subject like NA, network analysis. Then these 2 subjects are taking care of the CT, 2 subjects experts are taking care of NA, and but thing is here we have taken only 1 module. So these 2 subject experts in the civil engineering given 1 module, one interesting module here, one interesting module in network analysis. So the syllabi is exactly divided, half of the module for one faculty, another half of the module for another faculty. Here also we did the same. This is the methodology actually we adapted as far as this particular thing is concerned. So ideation, online survey, learner selection, categorization of sections, identification of the teachers, selection of the module, division of the module. This is the first step in our methodology. Yes, this is the experimentation. So in both the sections, let us say for example, 1 module, it has taken 8 hours or 8 sessions or 6 sessions, and 4 sessions are taken care. That means 50% of the syllabus is taken care by one faculty, 50% of the syllabus is taken care by another faculty in both the lines, like in civil engineering for concrete technology, and for ECE for network analysis. And 50% of the syllabus of each faculty was given by conventional board, and the rest 50% is delivered by Kahoot gamification approach. It was for both civil as well as ECE. That means, let us say for example, module is given. If a module is given 10 contents, 5 contents are given for faculty A, 5 contents are given for faculty B, and among these 5 contents, 2 contents were given conventional mode, 3 contents are given for Kahoot gamification approach. The same thing applied for both civil as well as ECE, that is for concrete technology, and of course for network analysis. This is what it is a kind of typical picture we have shown here. We adapted this online conventional mode, and of course we adapted this gamification method. This is the experiment we did. So these are the results and we obtained, and let me discuss here. These are the results for first section, what I already told, the civil engineering group, and we conducted 6 sessions. 6 sessions, the first 3 sessions were taken care by one faculty of civil engineering, and the rest are taken care by civil engineering other faculty. I already told you, one faculty is of our own institution, the other faculty is of different institution. So if you look at, this is the total selected candidates, 40 members we selected in this particular class. And these are the actual attendance of the students, like maybe around 8 candidates or sometime or 5 candidates, they did not attend for these sessions. We do not know the reasons. So these are the actual number of students attended for the classes. And once we gone this kind of session via normal online, this is the retention of the candidates. This is out of 32, 28, 29 out of 34, 32 out of 33, 34 out of 35. This is the retention of students in online mode with normal approach. And this is the approach with gamification. Gamification in the sense, and this is the actually attendance. That means even once we announce that in the class itself, we are going to have the special mode gamification, there is a typical enhancement in the students' attendance also, even with this inclusion of this approach. And these are the number of students attended for this kind of gamification approach. It is really a kind of enhancement with respect to the student attendance in the normal mode. And if you look at this, this is the actual, what you call, retention of the students in this gamification method. That means here, if you look at this kind of, out of 32, 28 were there, out of 34, 34, 36, these are the results. That means if you increase this kind of improve this or involve this gamification approach, and we were able to increase the students' presence or student attendance as well as the student retention. This is what we call as engagement. Engagement in the sense, how best we are able to make the students to turn up to our classes, and how best we are able to make the students to sit for the entire session. That's what we call retention. This is what actually we are concentrating on, student engagement. But in fact, even in normal conventional mode of face-to-face, and there are so many questions among the faculty members that many of the students are not attending for the classes despite of my very good and severe efforts. And why can't we have the same even in the online mode? Even students are very clever that they may bluff us that they are attending for the classes, but they might be attending. That is one of the important aspects, because unless you make the students to attend or unless you make the students to engage in a better way, the result will not be purposeful. Our aim will not be purposeful. So this is the clear result here. And if you look at in the last column here, so this is the percentage enhancement of student retention. That means with respect to the column 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the 5th and this is the 7th. With respect to 5th to 7th, this is the 15%. That means in gamification online mode, there was a better enhancement of presence of students in the class as well as the retention of the students for the entire duration of the class. This is happened with one of the classes in civil engineering. And despite why, in fact, I selected 2 faculty. This is my experimentation. Because if I select only one faculty member, I should not conclude my result. That is why I opted 2 different faculty members. I divided the syllabus. I made the faculty members to take the classes in both online normal, online gamification. And in both the sessions, we got this kind of result. This is for one of the subjects, concrete technology in civil engineering. And this is for the other course like ECE, where we had selected this kind of network analysis. And interestingly, there is a good number of students here, good number. I'm not going to talk about the quality. And of course, the selection is also considered based on their backlogs also. We take a lot of care as far as the selection of the candidates, with respect to their backlogs, whether of their pass percentage. So combinatorial class, we had these kind of things. So earlier we had 40 students and here we had 60 students. And of course, there are so many easy sections in many of the institutions. So that's why there was a greater number of responses for ECE. So this is the normal class as we already had. Out of 54, 48, 54, 47, these classes attended for this normal mode. And this is the students attended in gamification mode. And this is the retention in normal mode. And this is the retention in gamification mode. So here also, even for presence of students in the class has become increased, and the retention for the whole time also increased. Interestingly, almost it is 100% retention in gamification mode when compared to online conventional mode. And if you look at this kind of thing, this is a greater percentage here, 13.33, almost 14, 14, 15, 17, 12, 22, something like that. This is the greater percentage enhancement of retention of students in gamification methodology when compared to normal online mode. So this is what, my friends, we had a better result, or we succeeded in enhancing the student engagement in online mode. So this is the pictorial representation. That was the actual data representation I have given here. The same thing I wanted to give here. This is the pictorial representation, the left side for civil engineering and the right side for ECE. Do not compare both civil with ECE. It's not the comparison with ECE or civil, which is better, which is not. Only thing is, for specificity, I have taken civil and I have taken ECE. It's my pilot test. And I can also go for civil, mechanical, something like that. Anything I can go. Or even I can go for personality development classes. But because our online teaching, mostly 90%, we need to concentrate on our regular teaching learning process with respect to our domain subjects. I selected these two. And of course, we have some interested faculty members who have taken these classes in this kind of mode. Both were these kind of IUC certified faculty members, 4 members. All the 4 are certified members. And that is the reason we opted this. And for the next of the branches, we will go with a different model to other branches. So if you look at this, as I already told you, the 40 students is the number of students in the class. Here, the 60 students, number of students in class. And if you look at this red one, I already mentioned, retention in normal mode. This one is, orange one is retention in normal mode. And this is, the violet one is retention in gamification online mode. In both the things, almost there is a huge gap, like 15% enhancement. I think you can clearly identify the variation, how best we can enhance the student engagement as far as gamification approach is concerned. This is one of the strategies we adapted, and we succeeded in this particular thing. And that is the reason, most fortunate thing is, it is being published in one of the reputed international journals also. And you can also access that publication soon, because it is in press. That's the reason I should not reveal the information on this particular journal and all. So once I will get, I will share with you also. So this is the actual result we had, which is really, we really felt so happy to find such a wonderful result as far as this kind of the student engagement is concerned. So this is my conclusion of our research report. It's not the conclusion of the entire FDP, please do remember. The conclusion of this research report: this gamification approach augmented the student attendance in the class. Of course, you go through my data. Next, this gamification approach enhanced the student retention in the class. That was also reflected in my data. And the mode of approach increased the motivation among the students, because the students were actively participated in this kind of assessment we given to them. So unless they motivated, definitely they should not have been participated. There was no pressure on the students. So that's why it is a clear indication that the students were better motivated. And this mode of approach developed special inspiration among our team. That means our team, our teachers, we're all teachers. Though I'm a principal, fundamentally, I'll always call me like a teacher, because that is the fundamental aspect for any kind of academic administration. So we're all so happy to find such kind of a wonderful result. We inspire like anything. So because we succeeded in this particular thing, it is almost for about 4 months approach of our aspect, and we were succeeded. It's really an inspiration to us for selection of a kind of thing. Why in fact it has happened? Because of our ideation and our brainstorming. And I really thank my colleagues who really involved in this. And this application can effectively use for any kind of formative assessment. Any kind of formative assessment, you can get quizzes, you can go for short mode examinations, you can go for puzzles, anything you can adapt and by using this application. And this mode of approach worked out as per our prior expectations, as we expected, as we suspected, and it was worked out. So I strongly recommend my teaching community to go for this kind of gamification approach so that you can enhance the student engagement, because student engagement will automatically give us a lot of special inspiration to do something else. It is very, very important, because there will be audience for any singer to sing or to perform well. In the same way, a teacher should also expect that I'm going to have good number of students in my class, but via this particular virtual class, let me say, for example, because of this virtual class, I'm directly looking at you, but I feel that I should inspire you to some extent that you should retain in my class. And that is a thing. It is our expectation in this thing. That expectation should be successful. If it is being successful, all the rest like student assessment and evaluation and customized student feedback, they will become very easy. So it's all about my first part of report, that this is the research outcome. This is the outcome of my research planning regarding the development of best and innovative strategies in educational technology. In particular, at this particular moment, development of best strategies and tactics for best online teaching learning methodologies. So friends, I already told you at the beginning itself, and soon after the completion of my report, we are going to have a demonstration. Now, let me start this particular demonstration for this Kahoot, and you can parallelly use the second window, whether you are in a laptop, whether you are in desktop or with mobile. And I strongly advise you to start with the second window, and you can open the Google, so that periodical and parallelly you can use all these things. Or else, if it is not possible at this particular moment because of internet connectivity and all, then I can also recommend you to write all these important points, and at least in the next, after some time, you can practice it. So let us start this kind of Kahoot demonstration. I will tell you the important steps you need to follow here. You can follow so that you can get how to be like a teacher as far as the Kahoot practice is concerned. Now, this is the particular part of a teacher to adapt as far as Kahoot working is concerned. And we are going to do the practice. In that particular practice, all our listeners or all our teachers are going to become students, because you will have to work out as a student. Then you will be getting what would be the student experience like that. But thing is, let me tell you one important thing. Actually, this particular version was purchased for 50 candidates. So if the limitation is below 50, almost all the features will reach to all the students, but it is beyond 50 and all. That is why, and I expect that some of the questions you may not be visible to you. And during this particular practice session, I will tell you what you are supposed to do. Now, let me give the demonstration. I request you to open the Google. I hope you are doing it. In the next window, you go for Google. If anybody is unable to open the Google, you just put it on a paper and a book. The first step is go to the Google and enter Kahoot. Go to the Google, and once you enter the Google, type Kahoot or kahoot.it. Once you type Kahoot or kahoot.it, you will be getting a screen like this. Here I have given one pictorial representation also. The first one, Kahoot/learning games/make learning awesome. That you will be getting. I think you got this particular screen. I think I am proceeding. You are going through, and I am proceeding this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. This is the third step. signing up. Once you go or once you enter into the Kahoot.it or Kahoot, you go for sign up. Sign up. Once you enter the sign up, you will have to note your mail ID and you will have to give your password. Did you do? Can anyone say? I think you got it. Yes. Once you got signed up, then you will be getting login page. This is the sign in page. Then you will get login page. You log in. Once you sign up, you will get login page like this. Then you log in. You will get a screen like this. I think I'm given very clear depiction here. The screen is also expanded. You please mute your video also so that if anybody is unable to get the screen, you can find it. I think my co-presenter is also there, Mr. Kashyap Garu.
Yes, sir.
Garu?
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Okay, is it okay now?
Yes, sir. It is okay, sir.
Okay, you get ready so that our teacher should get practice on this.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I think a screen is visible now.
Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Good. Now I think the step 4, get login page. I think you get the login page here and you will get a screen like this. For your clear depiction, this is what, or this is how in fact I teach to my students. There should be no ambiguity. So you will get a screen like this. I think you got it. Let me go to the next stage, please. Yes, this is the step 5. And once you get login page and all, then you please go back to home. You press home so that you will be back into home. If anybody is facing problem, you please chart it. You are getting here? Kashyap Garu, are you following charting?
Yes, sir. I'm following, sir.
Everything is okay?
Yes, sir. Everything is okay, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you. So step 5, you back to home, and in the step 6, you click here the create. You click here the create. Here is the thing, click here the create. That means being the teachers, we are going to create a Kahoot game. I think I'm cleared up to step 6. Shall I go ahead? Okay. This is the step 7. Once you click create, you will be getting a page like this. Create a new Kahoot. That means Kahoot itself is a kind of game. So it is giving the statement like create a new Kahoot. Once you start, click the create Kahoot, you will be getting the create a new Kahoot. Here you will be getting a quiz and you are going to get jumble. For academic purposes, we can go for quiz. You can click quiz now. This is the 7th step. And this is the 8th step. Once you create Kahoot, and you will be getting a screen like this. Like at the top, you can have question to answer. Question. At this particular point, you need to give a question. For any domain, maybe of management science, maybe of medicine, maybe of civil engineering, whatever it may be, whatever the subject, you have to identify some sort of questions in advance, and you can type a question here, and you can give at this particular, this is the kind of, I already told you, ambience in this kind of methodology, the beautiful colors, and here you can write your answers here. What are the options you are going to have answers, you can place at the down. And in case, if you want to create still more ambience, any kind of image with respect to that particular question, not that particular that subject, it is not with respect to the subject. Here, we need to consider with respect to the question. That is what the thought process we should develop. In case we are not getting any kind of images to that particular question, then you can give an image to that particular subject. But being a teacher, we should think in an innovative way. That is the reason for each and every question, And I strongly advise you to develop a kind of image. It need not be any kind of Bahubali images, some image with respect to that question. Like that, you can add questions at the top and at the add answers at the bottom, and you can add images. It is optional. In case you don't want to add images, it's not an issue. It is up to you. Okay, I think you got my point. Something you type here, once you are opening this kind of Kahoot in your Google, something you type, some ABC, dog, cat, something, because it's only practice, right? Yes, this is the step 9. Once you start, then you go back to your home. Once you completed the particular entry of questions, entry of answers, entry of images, and enter button, then your Kahoot is cleared. Then you back to home page again. You back to your home page again. Then you will be getting a screen like this. And then we need to start host Kahoot. This is the thing here. You can find here host Kahoot. So in the step 9th, you have to come back to home and you should host the Kahoot. That means as a teacher, we are conducting the exam or assessment. I already told you, this is a short mode of assessment, creating interest among the students to always, I request the audience, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Please do not. Yes, thank you. Okay, we are creating a kind of assessment. This is what a part of active learning approaches. The classroom environment should always be active in such a way that the student and the teacher should culminatively work together. That is very, very important aspect. So here host Kahoot in the sense, you are as a teacher ready to conduct the exam. And in the next step, step 10, click play. You will get like this. Once you start the host Kahoot, click play. Okay. And then you should start the click teach. Click play and click teach. This is the 10th step. And coming for step 11.
Okay.
Ready to start. Let me go back again. Once you start the click play and then click teach, then it gives us ready to start. You will be getting like this. Ready to join in the sense it is with respect to the learners, not for us. Once you are ready to start, if you start it, you will be getting like this. And once you're ready to start, if you just click it, ready to start, then you will get a unique pin. That is very important. You will be getting a code of that particular examination. Maybe it is of 6-digit code. You will be getting like here, it is like 670299. 670299. Okay, like that, you will be getting. I request my dear Kahoots, please, quiet, please. 670299. So you will be getting a unique pin like this. Then once you get this kind of pin, you please share this pin to the learners of any students. You can send by WhatsApp, you can send by mail, something like that, and then you can start the examination. So this is what, in fact, the actual demonstration of this Kahoot. Let me go back once again and quickly I will tell all these things. And I think you got, as a teacher, what you are supposed to do, you must be knowing. Yes. This is the first step. Go to Google and enter Kahoot. Then sign up for Kahoot. You will be getting a login page. Then go back to home. Then click the create so that you can get an access to create the Kahoot. Then create Kahoot. Go for quiz and create Kahoot. Then in this particular Kahoot, you'll be given these questions. You can add questions, you can add images, you can add answers, and press enter here. That is finished. If you finish, that itself is something that your Kahoot is ready. And then back to home, you host Kahoot. You host Kahoot. Then you can go for the step plane, click play, and click teach. And this is ready to start. And then you will be getting a pin. You share this pin to the students. So there ends the matter with respect to the teachers are concerned. Then simply we will be giving the questions, and the students, once you are giving this kind of pin to the students, and they'll directly go to this particular Kahoot and they will enter that pin so that they will be accessing that examination. That will be the beautiful session with respect to the students. So up to this particular part, this is the demonstration given for the teachers. And the next part is for students. That is why, as a kind of practice for teaching learning process, we selected 5 questions. And we are going to have that kind of practice for you. Now, you are working like a students. We are giving questions and then you can practice, so that as a teacher and as a student you will be practicing here, and then with the same experience you can design your own Kahoot, you can give to your students, so that you will get the best fruits out of this kind of thing. So now I request our co-presenter Mr. Kashyap Garu. He will be within 2 minutes, once I complete my instructions, he will give you this particular in chat box, he will give you the pin number of that Kahoot. Then what you have to do is, you will have to go to Kahoot again. Then you start play Kahoot. Once you start play Kahoot, you go, please say, go back to Kahoot in the Google, go back to Kahoot, type Kahoot. Then you click play Kahoot. Then you will be asking something like enter the pin. You will be getting the pin. Our Kashyap Garu, our co-presenter, will give you the pin. And then what is happening actually, because of this kind of scaling, the huge gathering of the participants and all, you may not be able to get directly the questions because of net problem and all at with respect to that clients. That is the reason what we are going to do is, he will give you the questions. Each and every question is having 40 seconds, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, something like that time. So within that time, you need to answer to that question. So each question is given the 1000 marks. As I already told you, it is a gamification approach. So you need to write this kind of correct answer in short time. So you will be getting more marks, and you will be getting what you call this ranking also. So once you will be giving the 5 questions, and because as already I am expecting that you may not be able to clearly get all the questions. That is why once he has given question, once he start the examination on screen, I am going to show you the question also. So you can look at in the screen and you put the answer here. So within very short span, you will be completing. And at the maximum 5 minutes, this examination will be closed. And soon after you will be getting some marks. Whatever the marks you are getting, you please type it on the chat box. And another important thing is here, once you enter into the Kahoot, it asks your pin, so that whatever the pin given by our Kashyap Garu, our co-presenter, you type there. It also asks us the nickname. I request you to write the first 4 letters in our mail ID. That itself is sufficient. First 4 letters in our mail ID. So I think I am cleared. Kashyap Garu, are you ready with your Kahoot?
Yes, sir. I'm ready, sir.
Yes. Now I'm going to start the first question. My dear participants, you can look at the question, and you will be receiving this kind of question to you, and you can really enjoy this. You please immediately answer that question, and whatever you are answering, the entire result will be coming to our Kashyap Garu, who is conducting this kind of Kahoot. Now I request our co-presenter to start his Kahoot examination. You please announce your pin, sir.
Yes, sir. It is in chat box, sir. It's 794763.
Yes, sir. You can start your first question. I'm going for the first question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. This is the first question. Why is teacher training necessary? The options are also given here. Have you given question, sir?
Yes, sir. I have given, sir.
Okay.
They should select one answer, sir.
Yeah, you should select, my dear participants, you should select one of these answers. 4 answers are here. Increasing teaching skills, upgrade knowledge of content, understand methods of school organization, all of the above. Your time is going to be over. So if you start second question, I will go to second question, sir. Kashyap Garu.
Yes, sir.
You give me a hint so that I will go to the second question.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Shall I go?
No, sir. There are some people left over, sir.
Okay. Maybe I have net connectivity.
Yes, sir. There are 13 answers, sir.
Okay. Shall I go?
10 seconds, sir.
Okay. Once you enter into the last second, you tell me, I will go to the second question.
Yes, sir.
Whether participant is able to write the questions?
Yes, sir. 15 members have written the answers, sir.
Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
let them.
I'm
Shall I go?
going to second question, sir.
Okay, right. So this is the second question, my dear colleagues. What is your favorite part about teaching online? I like the flexibility. I like to be able to see my family more. I like to be able to wear that I want. I like that there is a very little classroom management. These are the options. You can look at my screen.
I'm loading the second question, sir.
Yeah.
We have a network issue, sir. It's very slow.
Okay, no problem. That is the thing actually because of participation and all. Did you use, sir, Kashyap Garu?
Yes, sir. The second question was already loaded, sir, and we got 10 answers already.
Okay, let them, no problem. It comes on practice. A few teachers, they may not be able to work parallelly. It takes some time, no problem. They will come up. They'll come up. You please tell me
Yes, sir.
2 minutes before. You please tell me 2 seconds before so that I'll go for third question.
Okay.
I request participants to enter your Kahoot nickname in the chat box, first 4 letters, and your marks. Soon after the completion of 5th question, first 4 letters and your marks. Please enter in Kahoot, please.
And congrats
So that
to Mr. Arun Garu and Bhargav and Devi Garu. Those 3 people got highest scores, sir, up to now.
very good. Keep it up. Congratulations, all these 3. Keep it up. And I request all the rest to come up to our expectations.
I have given the third question, sir. Please
Yes,
load.
yes. This is the third question. Items you post online cannot be deleted, should be shared, should reflect your values, are not seen beyond your intended audience. This is the third question. Like that, you can frame your questions pertaining to your domain. All the 3 faculty members who are mentioned, you please keep the track up. All the rest, you please come up to our expectations. This is what the gamification, this is what the healthy competition, this is what we are expecting students to do.
So we got 20 answers up to now, sir.
Very good. Right from first to third, we are getting more number of answers. Shall I go for fourth question?
No, sir. Still there is time, sir.
Sure. Thank you. Everybody is able to attempt actually?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And for this question, why Durga Prasad Garu stood in first place, sir? Arun Garu and Bhargav Garu. Next
Very good.
consecutive place,
Congratulations, Durga Prasad Garu, Arun Garu, Bhargav Garu. Keep it up, please.
You please go for fourth question, sir.
Yes. This is the question number 4. In teaching someone a skill, a teacher should demonstrate first, give them written instructions, be encouraging and patient, make sure they do it perfectly. These are the answers. These are the options for this fourth question. You select one option, demonstrate first, give them written instructions, be encouraging and patient, make sure they do it perfectly.
Yes, sir. I have given the question, sir.
Fourth question. Yeah.
Already 14 members have answered the question, sir.
Very good. Coming fast, it seems. And Kashyap Garu, one special request at the end of this examination,
Sir.
you in the chart box itself, you please specify
Yes, sir.
who have become first, who have become second, and who have
Sure,
become
sir.
third.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, in chart box you can type and also you can announce.
Okay, sir.
We should congratulate them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because the best learner will obviously become the best teacher.
Yes,
I
sir.
want all the participants to be best learners as well as best teachers.
Yes, sir.
Time is being up.
7 seconds more.
Yes.
Sir.
Shall I go for fifth question?
Congratulations to Valli garu, Chiranjeevi garu, Deeksha garu. They stood 3
Congratulations.
members.
Applause, please.
Yes, sir.
Applause to all these three. Congratulations. Shall I go for next question?
Yes, sir. You can, sir.
Yeah. So this is the first question, fifth question, and the last question in this particular practice Kahoot. Online classrooms where the teaching and learning happens. Example, geography space is called corridors, classes, campus, courses. Let me tell you once again, pink with corridors, yellow with classes, blue with campus, and green with courses. A few more seconds are left with you. Who are going to become the number one among these Kahoot?
I have given the question, sir.
Yeah, please, you have given the question. Let me tell you the options once again. Pink with the corridors, blue in campus, yellow in classes, and green in courses. Very few seconds are left for this completion of the practice Kahoot. Please come up.
Already 20 persons have answered the question, sir.
Very good, very good. We're also expecting the same way because it needs some practice. I think you're actively participating in this Kahoot. Please hurry up, please. It is the gamification approach in engagement of the participants, learners. That is what, in fact, we need to adapt in classroom education, in online teaching learning process. This is one of the tactics and the strategies we developed, and we succeeded. And of course, you are enjoying this kind of demonstration and practice of Kahoot also.
So 11
Don't
members
expect the
have given
results, sir.
correctly, sir. And,
Okay.
and
How
the
many answered?
participants, Vaishnavi Garu stood in third place, sir, and Chiranjeevi Garu in second place, and first person is Dr. Valli Madhavi Garu
Dr. Valli Madhavi from which institution, which department?
from Gait Institution, sir. Dr.
Okay.
Valli Madhavi Garu, and
Okay.
second place goes to Chiranjeevi Garu, and third place goes to Vaishnavi Garu, sir.
Can
And
you
fourth
can you
place-
please specify the institution names also?
No, sir. There is no possibility of specifying the institution name, sir.
So it's okay. Please, the first three candidates, please specify your institution names, sir. Please.
Fourth place goes to Mr. Sesikumar Patra Garu, and fifth place goes to
Okay, very good.
Deepthi Madam.
Okay, very good. Congratulations. Congratulations to all the top five candidates. We are really happy to find you the top five in the entire Kahoot. So this is what, in fact, the practice Kahoot.
So Chiranjeevi Garu from Bapatla Engineering College, sir.
Very good.
Vaishnavi Gutla Garu, she is from Gait Engineering College, sir. And Valli Madhavi
Okay.
Garu from Gait Degree College, sir.
Vaishnavi from Gait Engineering College.
Vaishnavi Garu from
Students,
Gait
sir.
Engineering College. Students.
Okay. Okay,
IT.
very good, very good. Okay, very good, very good. Next one.
Valli Madhavi Garu from Gait Degree College, sir.
Very
And
good.
Chiranjeevi Garu
Congratulations,
from
madam.
Chiranjeevi from Bapatla Engineering College, sir. Chiranjeevi Garu from Bapatla Engineering College.
Excellent. Anyway, the top five, very good. Congratulations. And my wholehearted congratulations to the rest of the participants also. It is just a gaming, healthy game. This kind of environment we need to create among the students also. That is the intention of a typical strategy. I strongly recommend you that this kind of Kahoot or any kind of web application, and it is always advisable for us to purchase on our own, because the free versions, they have a lot of limitations in such a way that we will not be able to satisfy the students to a maximum extent. If you go for purchased one, then obviously all these kind of things will come and the students will really happy. And as we purchase pencils and chalk pieces, piece of chalk, something like that, but in online teaching learning and that particular economy, we need to transfer to these kind of applications and all, so that because everything will be passing only these kind of classrooms. This is what our third stage in this practice Kahoot in our demonstration. So friends, it's a kind of journey among us, and it will never end. And this kind of strategy we need to continue in our educational technology research methodologies to develop the best practices and strategies, and so that we can really implement to a best or the maximum extent, so that the teachers, the students will really enjoy this kind of fruits for this. And this is the feedback link. Actually, I'm sharing this feedback link. I'm sharing this feedback link in chat box. You please fill this. I'll give you 2 minutes time. I'm sharing on this chat box. You please. You please fill this feedback, and I'm giving you time for about 10 to 15 minutes. You can take this feedback form and you can submit. Within half an hour, you can submit. These are the feedback forms I have given. And this is what actually, I think you have taken this feedback form. Has everybody taken this feedback form? So this is what actually our attempts to do regarding the development of strategies and feedback, of course, the tactics for the development of online teaching learning approach. And these are my addresses. I really thank to our co-presenter Kashyap Garu in cooperating with me in many aspects as far as this kind of these educational technology practices are concerned. And these are all in the left side. I have given all my social media accounts. All the details you can find at any of these kind of things, like in Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere you can find the details. I try to keep on update the important educational tactics and practices in all my links. You can also find this. And now I request if anyone wants to have any share the questions or their feelings, and I am ready here to take here. Or else if you chat in the box, it's a matter of 10 to 15 minutes, and we will try to answer the queries or the clarifications or to take the sessions. And then with the closure, and we can leave for a very good Kahoot lunch. So may I expect any kind of questions, shares? You can, the participants who wants to give queries or suggestions, please unmute yourself. And I am unmuting here also. You can unmute yourself and you can ask your question, or else you just chat here so that I can take this. Once again, I'm giving my feedback form here. I think you have taken this feedback form. And I also, one more request is that, yeah, please.
Yeah, unable to connect through chat box.
Okay, please.
Unable to connect through chat box. Please share the form, feedback form, in the WhatsApp group also.
Okay, sir, definitely. I think
Yes, sir. The problem is in the chat box. The problem is in the chat box, sir. I'm unable to give the communication through chat box.
Excuse me, sir. Is this Narsimhan Garu, sir?
Yes, Narsimhan. Yes, sir. Narsimhan
Yes, sir,
Krishnappa, unable to interact through chat box.
I have sent the
Okay, sir,
feedback
no
link
problem,
to you
sir.
privately, sir, in WhatsApp.
Thank
in
you,
WhatsApp
sir.
group also will send. Okay.
This is a very good, interesting session I had. I am.
Thank you, sir.
I am from Hassan, Malnad Engineering College, Autonomous College in Karnataka State. I am very much
Thank you so much, sir.
to hear your presentation, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. Any clarifications from any of the participants, sir, please? Any more clarifications? Any
Hello.
participants, please? Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Nakul Sharma from Sangad Academy of Engineering, Pune, Maharashtra.
Okay, sir, please.
Sir, I had one query.
Yeah.
Sir, especially from the students' side, from the student's perspective,
Yeah.
many times it happens that we don't have, sir, proper connect with them because we are not able to appreciate that what exactly the point is that they are not able to, kind of understand. So,
Yeah.
sir, how to deal with those conditions, especially? And sir, second point was that even if, sir, like basically, the face-to-face conversation which takes place,
Yeah.
I doubt whether it can be replaced from by actual online sessions. Even if it is through a very nice high quality camera, still that
Yeah.
maybe the emotions you are not able to explain or the concept understanding you can't explain properly. So can you just
Okay.
say something on that, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you
Thank you,
so
sir.
much for your excellent questions. And one thing, let me tell you, thing is, if there is a way, if there is a will, there is a way. That is one of my first answers. And the second one is, and the challenges made us to go for innovations. That is one of the another important aspects I like to tell you to recognize the fact. Because only the needs made us to develop something. Earlier, we were accustomed to our regular conventional mode like face-to-face teaching and learning. Our parents made us to sit in the classroom. Earlier, we did not know what is actually the class, what is actually the college, institution, something like that. We made us to sit in that. And that is why we were accustomed to that particular thing. Let us say, for example, we are getting floods. So if there is no way to just pass from one area to another area, we need to go for an alternative approach. So that is the reason here at this particular present, obviously there is no question for us because the safety is very, very important as far as not only for the students. Do not think that in many of the perceptions are there because of only of the students' point of view, the classes or colleges or institutions are not being conducted because of their safety. It's not only for the safety of students, it is also for the safety of teachers also, because the life of each student and teacher both are very important. So that is one of the reasons. And another important thing is because there is no chance for us to attend for this kind of sessions, then obviously we should go for alternative. Alternative in the sense, the best alternative is what are the different ways having around us. One of the ways having around us is only the online teaching, because I think being the teachers, we all know that we were continually being pressurized or with our own interest, we are going for SWAYAM certifications, NPTEL certifications, Coursera certifications. We didn't go for Stanford University. We didn't go for IIT Delhi because we are getting certifications. In the similar way, that's what, in fact, I already told you, we were confined only to a particular like certification courses are only a part of the curriculum. Even for the last 2 years, SWAYAM is continuously being asking us to transfer the credits in case any student is getting this kind of courses from this particular SWAYAM or any Coursera to our curriculum also. So now the situation is come to us that obviously 100% credit should go on like that. So that is why there is no other go. We need to go for online. But thing is, what is happening actually, suppose if it is online being is permitted, if you ask the students to go for SWAYAM certificate and Coursera certificate, then there will be no question of a teacher in the college. So that is why we need to take it as a challenge as a teacher that we should do the best justification to the students in such a way that we should give best knowledge via this kind of online teaching, so that any kind of certification, it should only be an added advantage, but it's not going to become mandate. Or else, if we do not take up that particular charge, because of the reasons that many of the students are telling that we are unable to get connected to you, or we are not getting satisfied with you and all, and there will be no question, and they will be going for online degrees. And another important thing is, the students are even directly accessing many of the degrees from foreign universities at the moment. The only reason is the platform or procedures are being successful in that manner. So that is why student satisfaction or making the student satisfaction is the prime responsibility of the teacher or the institutions to get the things done. And another important thing is, these are all very limited things like network and all. Let us say, for example, at the beginning of my program today, what we had, some of the faculty members via WhatsApp, they charted like we could not get access or we are unable to connect, something like that. But somehow They tried and they came into this particular thing. And I had a doubt because there was a problem that the students are not being engaged in a proper way. That's why I thought myself, what should I do for my students to get best engagement? So we had an ideation. That is what, in fact, we need to apply this kind of design thinking, even the regular teaching learning process. So we came up with an idea and we tried to evolve the idea. We tried to come up with a kind of solution. It was a successful. That is what, in fact, I wanted to tell you, that once I started with a single person or with a team of 4 members, if I did do like this, as a institution as a whole, maybe of 100 member faculty members, 200 member faculty members, being supported with any kind of what you call our system admin, something like that, why can't we do that kind of approach? We need to develop among ourselves, and the same motto we should try to see that is being developed in students also. Because the reason is, maybe do not think otherwise, that there are so many movies. Some of the movies, they are getting crashed in this box office. They are just something, they are jumping at box office. The only reason is the way they narrate the movie is taking the persons to get attracted, and they are bringing back to this kind of thing, and they are sitting in the halls and it is being engaged. Or else the picture will be going flop. In the same way, whatever we do, whatever the classes we conduct, absolutely we should see that the students are also having a kind of special movie by means of our class. If we are able to see that kind of environment and that kind of ecosystem we develop, then obviously our process will be successful. That is the reason I already told you the importance of gamification approach, because it is giving the music, it is giving the colors, it is giving the pictures, everything they will be going. And I already told at the beginning that there some may be of visual expectations, some may be of audio expectations, some may be of textual expectations, some may be of kinesthetic. That means they need practice. That is why I given at the end practice. I think you must be have impressed with this practice rather than simple demonstration, or rather than what I was telling about my project. So all these things we need to think of onto a kind of customized situation. We need to deviate from one student to one student, and we should not confine to the class as a whole. So from each and every, that's what in fact a kind of research in education technology also. We need to have a kind of perspectual information, customized feedback. That's what in fact I already told you, the 6th point. Individual feedback, customized, is not the generalized. Once you get this, then obviously we can give the beautiful solution. I think I satisfied with you. Thank you so much, sir. Anyone else? Anything else?
Good afternoon, sir. Aarti
Yeah,
from
please.
Visakhapatnam.
Okay, college, madam.
Sir, Gayatri Engineering College for
Okay,
women.
Gayatri Engineering College. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
For women, sir. Sir,
Yeah, please.
can you suggest any more gamification methods, sir? Other
This is
than
what Kahoot. This is
yes,
Kahoot you can have.
other than
And
Kahoot.
yet puzzle is also there.
Okay.
Yet puzzle is also there. And you can go for hot potatoes, you can go for.
So this gamification is completely based on these online things, sir.
Yes, online thing. Thing is here, we are using the word gamification because the students or the teachers, they will get attracted with this word. But it is not really a kind of game.
Okay.
It's only a kind of creating online competition environment, because many of the students are participating in this competition. We are using a particular word called game. So that is why we are, let us say, for example, I think we are conducting some online examination.
Yeah.
I think I'm right. You are affiliated to JNTU Kakinada. For internal examinations, you are conducting online examinations.
Yes, sir.
Can you call it as a gamification?
No.
Why can't you? Because there was no such kind of what you call impression among us, even teachers, that any examination should be converted in a kind of game with respect to the student perspective. If a student feels that each and every examination is a kind of game or an impressive game, we can never find any kind of failures in any examination. So that is the reason how best we convert. That means, let us say, for example, any person maybe looking at a kind of Bhagavad Gita. So if many people may feel that it is only a kind of a book, a holy book or a Bible, Quran, but the real people who are really enjoying this kind of Bhagavad Gita or Quran or Bible, they can only tell what is the importance of that. Please do not think otherwise, because I am not I never gone through Bhagavad Gita also. Because simple example I am telling. That is the reason the importance of gamification is that whatever we are going to conduct the examination, the student, we need to take the students in such a way that they should take with a kind of positive spirit. They should never feel as a kind of burden. They should never feel it is a kind of pressure. They should be at pleasure to take the examination. I can also call the word like what you call the practice examination. I can use that word practice examination for you. If I use the word practice examination, simply you leave the meeting. So, but I think I created a kind of interest among you because I used the word gamification. It's nothing wrong in use the word gamification, but thing is, my aim is to see that all the persons, all the teachers, let us say, for example, IPL match. Everybody they will be just enjoying these IPL matches from their own televisions. Similarly, in the same word, if we can change your teaching attitude of this kind of online teaching learning, because each and every student, they will be looking at your lectures from their own places, they will obviously, or almost at least 70 to 80%, they will really enjoy, as in the case of IPL match. That is the intention of creating online teaching learning in an effective way with best student engagement. But thing is, the selection of questions and the way we are giving this kind of question to the student, the delivery, all these things are going to play very important role. Am I clear? Hello?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Any more questions? I think if you really enjoy this particular thing, and this is what, in fact, our research outcome, one of the research outcomes as far as the development of teaching learning strategies are concerned with respect to this educational technology. I opened my OER group, like online education research group. That's what, in fact, I already opened before I started this program. Those who are really interested to do something in this kind of area, those who are really interested to share the ideas, to learn the things, to implement the things, you can continue in that particular group forever, because I am heading this group and I have a passion to develop such kind of different strategies in different ways. That's what, in fact, because whatever I do, I want to share with the community of teachers, the community of students, and of course with the society, because awareness is very important. I want to create awareness among the public, students, teachers, so that everybody should take it as an opportunity, and they should never feel that it is a burden. And we expect that online education should obviously almost on par with our conventional board. And if you do like this, and definitely the teaching community will be in better modes, because our online education methodologies as of now are not that much great when compared to the Europe or US, something Australia. But if you do adapt these kind of things with the different approaches, obviously we can reach to them also. This is what my expectations. And any more questions? I can wait for 2 more minutes if nothing is there, and we can end the meeting. And at the same time, I request the teaching community to share your ideas. And in OER group also, you can suggest your ideas or your feedback. And whomever participated for the full length of time, given feedback before 1:30 or 2 o'clock, give me 3 days time, so that I will give you e-certificates also. That is, of course, many of the teachers are interested to take the certificates. Give me 3 days. Definitely, I will see that certificates will be issued to all the things. So I'll just wait for 2 minutes. any more questions? I am ready to learn. Please do remember that I'm a great learner. I always want to be the great learner. I stand first as far as this lifelong learning strain is concerned.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Helen Murthy from Gate Engineering College, sir.
Namaskaram, sir.
Namaste, sir. Hearty
Please stand. Sir, I'm not connected to you, sir. Your audio is problem.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, myself, D. Indira from GRAET, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm highly interested in developing the strategies and methods for better teaching, sir. So
Yeah.
how can I join your group, sir? Please let me know.
Actually, madam, there is one group like OER. I already created one group like Online Education Research Group. The whatever the group I created, the name itself is given for this kind of FDP participants also.
Okay.
You please specify your details and interest and all. Then I will convert you into our group also.
How can I what is the forum I should communicate, sir? Should I WhatsApp or how should I, sir?
Form in the sense, actually, it was not any kind of registered body, something like that. It is only one of my missionary aspects with respect to vision towards the development of knowledge society.
Yes.
Like that, I am trying to get the participants or teachers or any administrators from various sectors to make as a group to develop innovation, not only in teaching, innovation, entrepreneurship, startups, whatnot, whatever the thing which is being useful to the society, I'm going to cater to all these kind of things. So that is the reason we are creating an open educational research, because as of now, whoever the members, they are very close to me. Just with a simple contact, we created one group. If any kind of persons who are really interested, I think I already given my mail ID there, or you can also post in this particular WhatsApp group, so that you please give this particular details. I can join you in that particular group. I will also share our ideas and all. You can also keep on share, because the sharing of knowledge is very, very important for the development to the next level. That
Very
is,
good, sir. Thank you. Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you.
much.
Thanks. Thanks.
Namaste.
Anything else? Namaste, sir. I think your audio is not good.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah.
it's a wonderful.
Sir, we are unable to listen to you. So I hope.
It's a wonderful presentation and hearty congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is what we wanted to tell to all the teaching community. This is what one of the strategies in scaling remote learning to best conventional mode. And I hope you're all being safe and let others to safe, happy learning, and all the very best. And in very near future, maybe by August 16th, and all of us should abruptly and 100% we need to start this particular online teaching and learning process for our teaching community. And I am planning all these kind of ways. Maybe even before August 1st, I'm going to arrange one more strategy regarding this kind of online teaching learning practices and the strategies are concerned. And I think it would be so useful to the teachers, and keep just share among all these teaching faculty. The same video I am also going to place in my YouTube link also. You can also access that. That link I will also pass in OER group. You can also subscribe the channel so that all the updates I can give to you. So I really enjoyed this particular program, because this is what in fact the teaching learning process should go on as a 100% interactive session. And I'm so happy. Once again, I thank our management for giving this opportunity to work with us. Our system admin Ravana Reddy Garu, he is continuously involving in just catering all these kind of technical needs and all. And I thank my OER group, in particular AM and Kashyap, for his developing the questions as per my instructions and all, for practice and all. Once again, I thank all the participants, and happy learning, be safe, and let others to safe. Thank you so much.